Hello, hello, hello. This is Dr. Camp signing on. And I just want to talk about a video that I watched the other day on finances. This man gave a very good example of how we do not own anything, but God does. So everything that we have is owned by God. So he gives this example of his company, his church, and he talked about all the bills that they pay every month, and they have a lot of different buildings and locations. So roughly, they pay about $5 million a month to pay all their bills and pay all their staff and things like that. So he says that he hired, because there's so much money and transactions, they hired somebody to do that for them. So he said, this guy, this person or this company pays all of their bills, every month. So they don't have to worry about anything. They go in their account, they pay all their bills for them. So he says, so what if this company decides to say, well, I know that all that money that you gave me to take care of your business, I know what it's for, but I have some personal needs. So I'm going to take some of that money and use it for my own personal needs. And he says he used that illustration to say that we have to consider that analogy with God, that God gives us finances to operate in his kingdom, to use it for his desires and the things that he wants to do on earth. He said, and it's like the person that's taking care of his business, like he said, like, okay, I'm just going to use some of this money for my own personal desires. He says we are like that sometimes too with our money, that we don't realize that God gave us money to take care of his desires, but we use it for our own personal desires. And we just don't even ask him, what to do. We just decide that, hey, this is all my money, so I'm going to do what I want to do with it. Where God made us stewards over his kingdom, over his people, not people, but over the things that he want to do for his people on the earth. So he gives us a certain amount of money to do that. And then we, like the person that ran the company, say, I know you gave me this money for A, B, and C, but I'm going to use it for my own personal desires. So if somebody did that to us, we would sue them, right? So I thought it was a very good example of how we have to, we can be aware that we do not own anything, that everything we have belongs to God. So I just wanted to share that. Write in the comments if you have any, thoughts about it, because I thought it was very interesting. I don't even know which video it was, but because I watched a whole lot of videos on finances, but that one stood out to me, and I just wanted to share it because it made me understand that I don't own a thing. Everything belongs to God. My money, when we get paid, it's not ours, it's his. And then he has all these plans for it. And then, sometimes we like, I'm not going to use it for that. I'm going to use it for what I want to use it for. So I thought it was very good. It was a good example. And I hope I told the story like correctly, like he said it, but it really made me think and rethink about how, about money. Like when I get paid, do I ask God, what do you want to do with this? Or do I say it's all mine? I worked for it. I earned it. Do I have that mentality? Or do I say, hey, God, I got paid today. What was your wishes and desires for it? I know you gave me all this here to run your kingdom. What do you want me to do? Or do I say, this is my money. I worked for it. But God gave us our finances to operate in his kingdom, and whatever that may be. For each of us is different. So we should be, bottom line, I think, for me, the lesson I learned is I start asking God, hey, what do you want to do with this money? And see what he says. And, and it's going to all work out good because God wants us to be prosperous. He's not going to leave us. He's a good father. He's a good father. He's not going to leave us without what we need while we're taking care of somebody else. He doesn't do that. You take care of his kingdom, he takes care of you. So I thought it was very interesting, and I just wanted to share it with you today. What are your thoughts about that? Have a great, great day, evening, or night, whenever you listen to this. I don't know when you're listening to it. So just enjoy the rest of whatever time of the day you are in. God bless you. And this is Dr. Camp signing off.